Hello and welcome, my lovely Aquarius. Aquarius, your card in tarot is the Star card. This is the card of believing. If you believe, wishes will come true. This is also what's worth waiting for. It also is a wish card. Alright, Aquarius, me being the Queen of Clovers, the Queen of Wands, my readings tend to focus on life, craft, action, nurturing ourselves and others, and using our will for the highest good and calling. I also seek to raise the light with unconditional love and gratitude, and that is why I thank you for all your likes, subscribes, your comments, your shares. It definitely helps to support my channel, support each other's energy. If you haven't subscribed now, tap that bell. It's well worth it. I am quite... I haven't missed a week in 27 weeks. And I'm just going to keep going. Alright, this is also your intuitive energy and card reading, Aquarius, for the week of October 14th through 20th, 2019. Remember, time is merely a pretense. These could be past, present, or future energies. This is also a general reading for my Aquas, Sun, Moon, House, and Rising positions. And also their nosy cross-watchers are welcome. However, it's still a general reading and will not apply to all, but do hang around for the collective Aqua messages that should pop up. Aquarius, I have not been well since your full moon in August with that Seven of Swords and this Aries full moon. Oof, it does feel good, though. Makes me a little angry about the Seven of Swords that just keep popping up in my life. But this Aries full moon, October 13th, Sunday, is that time to purge, a time of healing, which is way up in your wheelhouse, Aquarius. Aries is a 1 and Aquarius is 11. I'm an Aries sun, so and with this Aries full moon, you should feel it really well. You should feel a lot of things leaving you that should leave. Full moons are about purging because the veil thins under the light of the moon. And if you don't purge and release all the negativity and all the things that you need to, that the full moon is asking for, sometimes with the Tower, into that veil, otherwise you might pull things out of the veil, and you really don't need that. All right. We also, this full moon is represented by the Four of Wands. That's for reunions, returning to home, and stability after difficulty. We also have Venus and Mercury in Scorpio above us. Venus in Scorpio is that unapologetic sex bomb, letting our freak flags fly for the Halloween season. Also, Mercury in Scorpio. Mercury will go retrograde in Scorpio. This is an unmasking. Remember, we talked about that Seven of Swords energy? It's the full moon is going to light up all those hidden shadow aspects, and it's going to be good for some and not so good for others. All right, Aquarius. Ooh, not taking that bait. I want you to jump forward, Aquarius. Those cards jump forward. I'm just going to do a problem, a complication, or motivation, and a likely result. There's been some unmaskings in love in my personal readings. I haven't seen it yet since the Scorpio season began. I haven't seen it yet in my generals, but I'm hoping for it. All right, what do we have here? Ooh, 3 cards. Ooh, 3 of your cups in reverse. You're not able to celebrate something right now, and that is because the Wheel of Fortune in reverse has hit you. Life has hit you hard, and the result of this is that you can't really take care of yourself. You don't even have your own garden right now. It's this energy of like, motherfucker again? It's like, you know, your 4th tire has popped. Well, now you got a full set, right? But whatever it is, you're not willing to celebrate with people. This could be an energy, which was definitely that full moon energy, of not hanging out with certain people. The 3 of Cups tends to be celebration with like friends or your boys or your girls. But this could also be, it's time to give that shit up. Been there, done that. And it could just be the Wheel of Fortune has stolen your bank account. Like I said, it's kind of that flat tire. It's life happening to you. Yeah, you are in a bit of a lax situation with the 5 of Pentacles card here in the upright. It's just, things aren't working out financially for you so much. And with this 5 of Wands in reverse, it tells me, like, you're not getting out of it too easily either. This is not something you gotta... Actually, it is something you got... I was going to say, this isn't something you can walk out of because it's so entangled. But Spirit corrected me and said, no, this is something you can walk out of quite easily. It has a bit of that devil energy to it, that energy of there are perks here, but it's got to end. There's got to be an ending here. The World card is endless. I always look at this card as the last look back. Like, shit, how long did it's like when you make that decision to leave, or you make that decision to push something out of your life that isn't good for you. This is that last look back and going, when you step out of that energy entirely and go, mother cracker, what was I doing? It becomes more clear once you're out of the mess kind of thing, that this should have ended a long time ago. The Wheel of Fortune on reverse. Oh, Aquarius. That's a lot of cards, but I think I have to take it because I got a Tower here. You're dealing with a little heartbreak in work. That's the Wheel of Fortune. You may have lost your job. You may have lost a promotion. You may have just lost some time. It's okay. I know these look terrible, but I say it's okay because I got you in the upright. The Queen of Swords is often depicted as a woman rising out of her chair with the sword at her hip, and looking quite fresh, as in, not a piece of hair is out of place. It sucks, but you're handling it really well. It's just like, it's a disappointment. It is a little heartbreak in work. It isn't necessarily cheating, of course, being a work situation, but this is the Wheel of Fortune hitting you, and it's probably just telling you you were in the wrong place anyway, because the Tower is here. You're managing it well, but you're managing it so well, you're almost doing nothing else. That's kind of what happens, what seems to be happening here. It's very overwhelming. It's very all-encompassing. So Spirit said it has to go. The Tower is a strike of lightning. It is a truth that you couldn't face. And it is, this Aries full moon is removing something from your life in a very dramatic Seven of Swords on the bottom of the deck here for you. Probably why the Tower had to fall too. Probably a little in denial about a few things. But this Tower is here. This is going to happen. It's not preventable. I think it's coming. You tried to hang on to this a little too long. That energy was already there. The Wheel of Fortune hit, and maybe you didn't respond properly, so Spirit knocked you down with the Tower. This is removing something in your life that isn't good for you. And this is Spirit putting their hand on it and taking it away from you. When they take it away from you, the first thing you're going to feel, Spirit says, is when they take it away from you and the smoke clears, all you're going to feel is this in where you're headed. Does that make sense? A good work situation, a very profitable work situation, and you in your power. And that's because you stood in your power. You've maintained your calm, your cool. You didn't key anybody's car while you were leaving after possibly getting fired. These are going to come together. Sometimes we have heartbreak at work, or it just sucks and it's painful and it's just stupid. But sometimes the work is never the problem, is it really? The people around us tend to be the problem. But we don't acknowledge it the way we acknowledge other pain, like pain from a heartbreak, from love breaking up, or even a marriage breaking up, or kids growing up or passing away even. We just don't recognize it as such because we're so busy working. You don't realize how much you're coping with until it's gone. This is Spirit taking this away from you, but what will remain intact, it's kind of like, don't worry about it. It's not going to be a don't worry about it. You're gonna plow through this, mow through this quite simply, and people are going to be shocked. And it's because you're cool like a cucumber. I feel like a lot of times the Tower is not a surprise to people, and it's like something you should have handled already. And yeah, here it is. What is this Tower? Ooh. This Tower is because you wouldn't leave heartbreak. You wouldn't leave a loveless situation. It was the page, you were Page of Swordsing it, as in you were acting like a child. Of course, it could be an Aquarius, Libra, Gemini child in your energy. It could be you hanging, this also feels like staying in a marriage for the kids, but there's a problem. What happens when the kids turn 18? It's even a problem when the kids start going to high school and living their own lives and you barely see them anymore. It's going to be a problem. So this is that absolute realization that this loveless situation that you've been staying in, you've kind of been hoping with a little childlike innocence that it would get better. You're going to have to face it. And moreover, I think you're going to come out swinging this Page of Swords. You want to change it. You want it gone anyway. But you felt held down by obligations or different thoughts. Because swords are thoughts, the Six of Swords. Different obligation, thoughts, philosophies, things that you felt, pretty much responsibilities that you felt you owed. Just because it's the way things should be kind of thing. But this is you coming out of that energy because the way things should be is a really painful. And one thing I do know for sure when I went through my great spiritual change, as people like to talk about it on their channels, the first thing I learned was this Bible quote kept coming back to me over and over and over again, no matter how much I tried to make, you know, the right thing, the so-called right thing, the orthodox thing work. And it was just like, it was Jesus came so we could have life and more of it. And it was, and I'm not a big Bible thumper, so this quote just kept coming back to me and back to me and back to me over and over. Could I really end a marriage? Could I really break up a family because there's total unhappiness? Oh, yeah. Unfortunately, that's actually what is asked of us. Either fix it or get out, because you should be having greater life. You're not supposed to be suffering. That is a huge message, and that's why the Tower comes in. It's why Spirit forces change upon us. And some of us are amazing copers. I know I happen to be one of the most amazing copers in the world. That's why I can hang in a 17-year marriage and still be trying to make it work after all that time. But you're not supposed to be doing that. I just know that from personal experience and from the messages I get from Spirit that that's a no. Spirit's not, you're not supposed to be doing that. Absolutely not. And that's why the Tower comes in, and that's why Spirit says, well, I gotta knock this shit down because you are so wrong. So wrong. And don't think that's not the hand of God and the hand of Christ. I had a lot of trouble dealing with that myself. But I think I would have stayed in an abusive marriage. That's too many cards. I'm just going to take these two. That was the Devil card trying to come out. Yeah, you just, you don't feel like you can start anything new right now, especially in love. This could be the Gemini card around you. Page of Pentacles could be somebody who's starting out financially and not doing a very good job of it. Like I said, some of you were hanging in this for the sake of the children or the sake of certain responsibilities. Well, that responsibility that should be taking care of itself isn't really doing that well anyway. Or you just can't come into that love situation that you would really like to, because this is really, you've been broken down a bit. Spirit, the Tower is Spirit just striking your life with lightning. And then when you look up, there's rubble everywhere, and whatever stands is whatever you get to keep, and whatever falls down, try not to keep it, because everything will start falling. Everything. Okay. Yeah, it is a little painful. It is forcing you to neglect this Queen of Cups. I'm pretty sure this is your Knight of Swords here, but there's a little pain going around here because of this, a little frustration, a little torture. You haven't really been able to see that this is the end of the pain. The worst has happened, in other words, in this situation. You guys are coming out of the worst. It's not going to get worse than this because you've been through the worst, and I can see and feel most of you guys nodding and being like, you don't even know. You think Aries has been having a bad year. Well, this is your Queen of Cups, your love. You've neglected them in this disaster. This is a neglected queen, somebody you love. Don't get hooked up on the genders, like I said. You do want to come in it's a little dark right now. It is that Scorpio energy. It is that shadow, everybody, that black cloud over everybody right now. You're dealing with a lot of shit. I think this person is too. But it's over. It's over. You've come to the worst of it. The worst of it. The only way it can get worse is if you stay in the Ten of Swords energy. If you stay in this betrayal, disastrous energy, and you don't leave what you're supposed to leave. This is like holding on. This is like your tower has fallen, and it's you like trying to put it back together again. It will be torturous. It will be one of the most painful experiences of your life, because it's like when you try and build a sandcastle on the shore in the ocean, the waves still keep coming in, and the waves will change. So even if you build 5 feet from shore, by the end of the evening, it could be underwater nonetheless. That's what you get. That's what you learn growing up in Huntington Beach. All right, 4 of Diamonds. Yeah, you're going to have to get some resources back together. And you don't really want to face this truth, but it's a truth that you're going to have to face nonetheless. It's a walking away you're going to have to do with that 8 of Cups, but it's a public victory. 8 of Cups is also balancing your emotion. 8 of Hearts in the Cartomancy. There's some truth you just don't want to face, but you are going to face it because you're going to have to balance your emotions. You're going to take those swords, as you should, learn your lessons, and, honestly, I feel like, Aquarius, you feel like this is a karmic lesson, something that you knew was coming. It was going to happen. I feel like you tried to prevent it in every way possible, but, you know, as time progresses, as you get your spirit messages, you realize, or your signs from God, including a lightning strike on your tower that you built, it's hard to see victory possible, but you are going to come into a victory, a strong victory, because of the fact, as a heroic victory, just because of the fact that you were like, eventually you just stop protecting the tower, stop spending your long days trying to figure out how to protect this dark tower that was going to fall anyway. Ooh, yeah, the Deception card that you thought, I do feel like this is you changing your perspective. This is kind of like the Hangman card for me, this Devil Back card, and it is, it's just that it's what I just said. You thought it, your expectations, you thought it was some one way, you had expectations, you were looking at it one way, and you were trying to prevent this tower from falling, because this is a great tower, man. You probably thought it was lovely. You probably had a man cave, or a she shed, I don't know, but it was good when it was good, but it wasn't good anymore. This is you coming into that reality. It just wasn't good anymore, and you do get victory from it. And changing that perspective, sometimes you got to start over and build a new tower. I know, I've been trying myself. Okay. 2 of Diamonds. 2 of Diamonds is a fear card. It's a fear of financial commitment. It's a fear of signing a lease, mortgage, a car payment. It could be also signing on that dotted line to accept an offer for a job. Whatever it is, it's coming in. You're going to be able to take care of yourself. This card came in the reverse twice. But this is you making that effort to take care of yourself. This is in the upright. You're going to be determined in this effort. It's not like you're unemployable. It's just that this didn't work out. You may not have even gotten fired. It's the reality that that promotion, that raise that was promised, it's just something didn't happen the way it was supposed to, and it broke your heart, and you're done. You're done putting effort into, you're just going to do, okay, this is what you're going to do, paying attention, and it's a good idea, because this Jack of Diamonds is telling me you are going to look for another job, you're going to look for a new financial situation, you're going to entrepreneur something. Jack of Diamonds is that entrepreneur card, it's that youth card, it's that getting that tie straightened, and, you know, getting that skirt ironed, getting that blue suit together for the interview. Last push, Wounded Warrior card, the 9 of Wands. These are physically completion cards. You want some completion in your work sphere, in your financial sphere, and how to take care of your sphere, and you're going to do it. That's exactly your main goal right now. It's where you're headed, and it's a very good direction. But it is that last push. It is going to be only one more push. If it was in the reverse, you would have to do 2 or 3 pushes to get that sucker to push out that watermelon, ladies who are waiting for a baby. But no, this is like you won't have to push for very long if you are were expecting. But this is also, you won't have to push very long to get your abundance going from an Empress style kind of Nine of Pentacles perspective. You're on the right path, Aquarius. Just keep going. You've hit sadness, road bumps, and a little difficulty here and there. This Wheel of Fortune kind of blows. It wasn't a good one, I can tell you that. It feels like something you're kind of already going through. You already knew. You knew this tower was coming down. That was like such not a surprise. So don't even lie about that. But you're really heading in the right direction. All right, my loves. Thank you for sharing your energy with me. Please like, subscribe. Don't forget to tap that bell, of course. Like, comment, tip, or donate if the spirit moves you. My PayPal link is in the box below, as is my email to book a personal reading or contact me on a more private basis. That is qclovers1111@gmail.com. Just check out the box below and have a very good week, my Aquarius.